Hi guys. Ah, happy Monday and the week of Halloween. I hope you guys all had a great day and that we can come together today to kind of just ground. That's I guess the topic that we're going to focus on tonight is grounding with ourselves, connecting with ourselves, connecting specifically to our heart is what we're going to make space for tonight. And I just wanted to share with you guys why we're going to do a meditation tonight. I'm going to do a little bit of like a lesson. Some of you have heard this one before, but my sister is on and she has not. And I think that she will love to hear this one. But I just want to offer, I guess, a little story on this. So some of you know that at the end of September, was able to go to an event in Boulder, Colorado, and be taught by Richard Rudd. It really was, there was teaching, there was learning moments, but there was a lot of meditation throughout these 2 days that I got to spend with him. It was me and my husband, and it was so magical. And there was one particular meditation that it was hard for me. And it was the second day. So we had been doing, I guess I felt like a lot of integrating, but day two was pretty heavy for me as far as what we were learning. We did a meditation on death and rebirth, and he walked us through, saying goodbye to our loved ones and what that would look like for us. And so hopefully you can see what I mean by heavy, right? It's not something, right, that I do every day or really have sat with much. I don't also have a lot of experience in my life with grief. I've lost some family members, none that I'm, consider myself exceptionally close with. So that it was heavy for me in that sense. And also being a mom, right, of a 2 and 4 year olds, imagining, death and inviting it in and really sitting with that and what that would look like for me if I was to pass was heavy. But also it was a really beautiful journey as well at the end of it. And there were insights that I had throughout this meditation. So, to prepare us for that, we did a meditation prior to. And it was broken up, right? There was a lesson in between, but this meditation prior to was actually really eye-opening for me. And it's a similar meditation that we're going to do tonight. Obviously, it's different, right? We're not all together. We're not in each other's, physical presence, right? We're together virtually. So yes, we are all coming together as one in this meditation. But I think there was just this powerful, powerful energy throughout all of the meditations. And for some reason, this one really hit me. And I've still been processing and sitting with it as far as what this meant for me. But it's honestly one of the simplest meditations. And Richard was standing on the stage and he said, we're just going to connect to our hearts. And how he approached it is he said, you can put your hand on your heart. You can put your hand on your wrists. And I tell you guys this background, not just because I want to be vulnerable with you and share my journey with doing this meditation at first, but also you can approach this differently. So when the meditation starts tonight, he is going to say you can place one or both hands on your heart. You can do that. You can also, if you're familiar with your pulse, right, you can feel it generally in your neck. You might have to like play around with it a little bit, but also your wrists. And this particular meditation, I was sitting, with Richard and around all of these people, gathering of the Gene Keys, I put my hand on my wrist. And you don't have to put a lot of pressure, right? You can put a little bit of pressure, but that's where the spot that I chose, and I'm sitting there. And we had done numerous meditations before this, and never did I feel uncomfortable, not once. And I sat down to do this. And as I placed my hand here, I could feel a heaviness inside of me. I started to feel uneasy. I started to feel a little bit uncomfortable. And, you know, my mind kicked in and said, like, you're okay. It's going to be great. Sit down, take some breaths. So that's what I did. And, you know, he started to guide us, saying along the lines of what you're going to hear tonight, right? Soften your heart. Close your eyes, you know, breathe gently, and directing us to see if we could feel our heartbeat and we could connect with our hearts. And as this is happening, my mind just kicks in and it takes over, and I immediately feel so uncomfortable. I start getting this itch in my throat, you know, when you get that, and it's like, I'm gonna cough. That's all I could get was, you know, I need to cough. And it was like, I'm in this room with like 300 people and I don't want to disrupt them, and I needed to get up. So I immediately got up, didn't say anything to my husband that I was getting up. I got up, went over to the side, and was about to exit this auditorium, and something said, stop. I stopped. There's people in the back looking at me, people that are, you know, helping with the event, and the cameras and recording. And I stop and I turn around and I look at Richard. And I take a breath, and something says, like, stay with this uncomfortable and uneasy feeling. So I walk over to the wall, I lean against the wall, and I try to get back into this meditation. And I get back into it, and probably it's about maybe like a 20-minute meditation. And there's a point where I can finally feel my heartbeat. I went back to this position. I put my hand on my wrist and I feel my heartbeat. And this overwhelming sense of peace takes over, and I was just flooded with tears. And I just cried on the wall, standing there gently with myself. And, you know, at the end of this meditation, this was my favorite part. Richard said, you know, if anybody has tears that are coming through right now, these are tears of grace. And these are beautiful, beautiful, special tears that are being released during this time. And he said, you know, carry them with you, wipe them from your cheeks and put them on your clothes, put them on your body, put them wherever it feels good. But remember that these are your tears of grace and you can carry them with you. And I just love that. I love that part of the meditation. Like I said, I'm still processing kind of what that meant for me, that uncomfortable feeling that I couldn't just drop in and sit with myself for a second, right? So I've came home. I've found a meditation online that Richard sometimes will put them up on YouTube on the Gene Keys channel, and I've been revisiting this. I try to do it once a week, I wanted to share it with you guys tonight. So tonight we're gonna do a meditation together. It's about, you know, around 15 minutes. So it'll take the rest of the call. Really quickly, I am going to show a new profile that is being beta tested right now on the Gene Keys website. This will be very quick before we jump into this. So let me go ahead and share. Share my sound as well. So this new profile that we have, I wanted you guys to all know that this was live right now and being tested because there are a lot more. My favorite part about it, honestly, is the audios that are embedded that are super easy, and they're also free for you to access. Just so you know, the audios from the Gene Keys, normally you have to purchase them, but if you pull your profile, you can play your audios that are specific to your activation sequence for free. So I just think it's so great. You can do this on your own time, right? When you have some time and you can sit with and listen to these audios that give you a view into the shadow and the gift and the acidic level of all of these keys that are in your profile. So first one, I don't know why this is like looking a little funky. Hold on, guys. Okay, present. There we go. Okay, so I'll get you a better view right here. But here is what it will kind of look like. So you'll go to the genekeys.com and it will ask you if you want to, you go to the free profile, right? It's free to pull your profile, and it will ask you if you want to try out the beta test phase. So you would just follow the links there, and then it's going to ask you for your information. So you put in, right, your time, your date, and your place of birth, the city and the state, and your profile will pull up and it even looks different. So this is the view of what it kind of looks like. There's some screenshots here to show you what it looks like from a phone view. So here these are toggles. So you could click on this if you want your full profile. You can also just click on your genius, so your activation sequence, your love or your Venus sequence, and your prosperity or your pearl sequence. And so like this one, if you click on genius, right, it just highlights those specific keys. And you are also able to click on the spheres. Everything is pretty much interactive now. So that is what I absolutely love about it. And then if we go to the next, you can see it gives you a little bit more insight as well into the shadow of a specific key if you click on it. Okay, so you click on it, it'll take you to this where you can see, okay, Gene Key 17, right? Here is the shadow of opinion, the gift of farsightedness, okay? And the city of, and I always say this wrong, omniscience. I can't remember exactly how to say it, but it'll give you that information. You can click on these as well, and it will give you an overview. And then my favorite part is the audios. So if you go down here at the bottom, you can toggle on these, you click my audio, and it will take you to the audio where you can just hit play for free and listen to the audio. And you guys, these audios, they're fascinating. They help you look at these in different ways than probably you've never looked at even just the word opinion or the word judgment or the word conflict or stress, right? There's all these 64 different shadows, as well as gifts, right? He'll give you insight into each of them. So alone, you can have breakthroughs just by listening to the audio. So I highly recommend you getting in here, playing around with this. And when you have time, like say you have a drive to work, or a drive home from work, throw an audio on, right? It makes it really easy for you just to navigate this from your phone and play the audio and listen to it. There also is one last tab that I'll show you. There is something called the Living Library that's built within the Gene Keys website as well. And it will tell you a bunch of information about that specific key as well. Okay, the programming partner, we talked about those last time. Some other insight into astrology and the codon rings. So a lot of really good info with the new update and this new profile. So I just wanted to go over that really quickly. If you haven't had a chance and you've heard this from me already, here's your reminder to get in there and play with that new profile and interact with it. Okay, so that is all I have for you for the lesson. Let's go ahead and jump into this beautiful meditation. Now, so just a reminder here, he will say that we can put our hands on our heart. You can put both hands, one hand. Other places where you may also want to feel your heartbeat is your neck, right? Also your wrist. You're just looking for that pulse, or you're going to want to try to connect to your heartbeat. You don't have to push too hard if you're doing your wrist or your neck. It just a little, firm. You'll find it. If you don't find it right away, that's okay. It took me quite some time to find it. That day that I was doing it with Richard. Now I can find it. I notice easier and easier. But this As well, if you find your mind kind of wandering like I did that day, try to stick with it. I would encourage that. Okay. Try to just soften your heart, close your eyes, and give yourself this gift of this 12-minute beautiful meditation journey with us together here on the call, as well as being guided by Richard. Okay, so I will go ahead and play this. I'm going to turn off my light. Probably I'll just flip off my camera and turn off my light because I really want to. This is close to my heart as well. So I'm going to really get deep in this meditation with you all. Okay, I will see you all in 12 minutes.
Welcome. I'd like to invite you to take a little journey into the simplicity of your being. And you can begin by just getting yourself in a very comfortable position. It doesn't matter what your position is. You can be lying, sitting, standing, moving, whatever is comfortable for you. Also, feel free to move or change your position during this meditation. There are no rules. There should be no restrictions on yourself. It's the simplest of meditations. We begin by taking our hand, either hand, our palm, or both our palms, and placing it on our chest, on our heart. And then we close our eyes and we feel the quality of our heart beating inside us. And all we're going to do is say the words soften, soften. We soften our hearts. We soften our hearts. We soften our hearts. I soften my heart. Softening the heart. And feel the intelligence of your hand or your hands opening into this softening. Feel the cells of your body responding to the softening. Feel the liquid, melting energy of the softening. Take a breath and feel your breathing also softening the heart. So as each breath comes in, feel the softening energy. Everything softening. All hard edges being gently rounded. Another breath. Just softening. Each breath increases the softening. And then imagine the top of your head opening up, as though the whole head could open up to the heavens. It opens on the top, and all four sides, or all the sides, opening. You feel your mind opening. Opening up. So we feel the softening of the heart and the opening of the mind. Opening the mind. letting all thoughts fly out or fly in freely as we soften and open. Softening the heart, opening the mind, softening the heart, opening the mind. And feel now your mind, not just your head, but your mind and your entire body, not just your brain, the intelligence of your body, of your being, opening from your toes to your fingers, up and down your spine, your legs, arms, torso, the whole of your body opening. Softening and opening. Softening the heart, opening the mind. Feel the boundaries beginning to soften. Softening the heart, opening the mind. Everything softened. If there are any fears or anxieties or discomforts, just let them soften as well. Let the softness completely in to every corner of your being. And just carry on inviting yourself, softening the heart, opening the mind. And feel the connection between softening the heart and opening the mind. As the heart softens, so the mind opens. And as the mind opens, so the heart softens. Softening the heart, opening the mind, softening the mind, opening the heart. Softening the heart, opening the mind. And just allowing this beautiful opening to enter into your being. And soak it in. Some days we meet a lot of hardness and edges in our being. And just by softening, without any pressure, just take the edges off that pain, that worry, that tension. Softening the heart, opening the mind. And know that wherever you go, whatever you do, from this space, softening the heart, opening the mind, all life will open to you and receive you with softness. And just allow yourself to feel the blessing of this softness, to carry it out into the world. And when you're ready, when you feel ready, softly open your eyes and softly look around you and softly touch your body and look at the world through this soft, open view with softening eyes and heart and an open mind. And be like a child once again, trusting life, trusting whatever comes your way, and knowing that you can always soften more deeply, and you can always open wider, and that this is the purpose of life itself, to release all contraction, to open our hearts and minds to love. And may the blessing of love fill your heart now as you step forward from this day.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed that as much as I have been enjoying that. I feel like that time just goes by so fast. But before it was hard for me to sit with myself. And I think that's the part that I'm still kind of processing and sitting with. But if you have tears, I just want to remind you, right? These are your tears of grace. So wipe them on your clothes, wipe them on your body, right? Just give yourself all of that love. Mom, I'm happy that you enjoyed it, that it was beautiful for you. And that is how I'm going to end tonight, Talia. I'm so happy that you loved it too. Thank you for being here always. And if anybody wants this, you guys all, everyone on this call tonight, you guys all have my number, so I can drop you this meditation in case you want to join me in doing it weekly and connecting to yourself. I still have not been able to do the meditation and not have these tears of grace come. So yeah, just gives you a moment of stillness and takes your pausing kind of to the next level to really, really connect to the presence that's inside of you. So I love you all so much. I hope you all have an amazing night and the rest of your week, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Good night.